All right, YouTube. I'm gonna do this not little, because I don't know how long I'm gonna do it for, but I'm gonna do this series. It's gonna be called "Falling on Your Face," and every single episode, I'm gonna talk about the parable in Luke 15, verse 11 to 24, and I'm gonna give my own in real life example of me falling on my face, and I might give another example in the Bible, so you can understand what it means to really fall on your face, if that makes sense to you, or like why it's important to run back to God when you fall on your face, if that makes sense. So in Luke chapter 15, verse 11 through 24, I'm not going to read all, I think that's 13 verses. I'm not going to read all 13 verses, but to give you a little summary, Jesus makes a parable talking about how a father gives his son his inheritance before he was ready. The son takes the inheritance, runs from the household, spends all the inheritance, realized that he made it, and had to run back to his father. And his father welcomed him with open arms, right? Now, you can switch the inheritance to anything else. What are you begging God for? And one, what are you begging God for? And two, let me think of how I would say it, because I don't really feel like editing no videos, right? Instead of using the word inheritance, what are you willing to take and run away from God? No, I don't really feel like editing, so I'm just gonna explain instead of trying to give you a sentence, a summary, and then explain it, right? So what I mean by this is Takai. Takai is saying, God, I just want to do the do's. Let me do the do's. So God goes, whatever, do whatever you want. You can go do the do's, right? So in my example, right, this is just one of the many examples. That's what I mean. That's what I meant. I'm not going to, you get it. I'm not going to edit. I'm not editing. So you're going to have to see me trip up on my words. Sorry. So what do I mean by, instead of using the word inheritance, you can use something else, right? We're going to use lust for Takai. God, let me do the do's. Takai, right? This is fresh after he gave God his yes, right? He's talking to, first off, he's on dating apps. And 99.7 of them are not good for you. And y'all know why, right? He's on, I think it was BOK. Yeah, BOK is disgusting. Takai's on BOK. He's talking to some girl, right? And long story short, I live in Suffolk County, like the Bayshore area. So I live in Bayshore, right? She lives in Queens. So without traffic, it's like a 35, 45-minute drive, depending on who driving, right? Now, I don't got the car that I got now. This was 2.5 years ago. I got my old car that had a bad wheel alignment problem, bad brakes, all of that, right? And I didn't have a license. I had a suspended license, right? Mind you, I was still driving, even though I had a suspended license, right? So me being the one that still wants to be indulged in lust, I'm like, God, just let me do it. Let me do it. He goes, whatever. Do whatever you need to do. I'm not blessing what you're doing, right? I'm texting a girl. She tell me to slide. I'm like, bet. I get the feeling in my heart, don't go. I'm like, yo, why shouldn't I go? If she throwing it, let me receive it. It's like, yo, bro, I was so disgusted. I'm sorry. So I text her. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna slide at let's say 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, right? First off, I just want to say, if you're texting anybody after 10 o'clock and the conversation you are having is not holy, or that's not your friend, you are setting yourself up for a nasty ending. I ain't gonna lie, like very nasty, whatever. So I tell her I'm gonna slide, right? I get in the car, right? And I'm like, yo, I shouldn't go. But I'm like, bro, she's like, come on, you're not gonna get this opportunity again. She's allowing it. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So get in the car, I'm driving. Now, like I said, I had a bad wheel alignment. So my car, right? I get on the highway, I'm doing the speed limit, right? Cop get behind me, I'm terrified of cops. I got tickets and all that. Like I said, I got a suspended license. So I'm driving all the way to Queens to go do something I'm not supposed to be doing with a suspended license. I get in the next lane. I see bro get behind me in the next lane. Then I get in the next lane and I see bro get behind me. I'm like, yeah, bro, I don't know why he's about to pull me over, but I'm gonna tell him I paid the suspension ticket thing and it just didn't renew. Like, bro, he's a cop. Like, he understands that stuff. But this is the way that I'm thinking. I'm ready to lie, right? He pulled me over. He like, yo, hey, are you good? I'm like, yeah, what you mean? He was like, you was kind of wobbly when you was driving. I'm like, bro, like my car, I got a bad wheel alignment. Trust me, officer, like the car's messed up, blah, 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 blah. He goes, yeah, I understand. Just license and registration. Sir, I don't have a license right now. I do, but I don't. I paid the suspension thing, and I don't know if it's unrevoked, whatever. He goes, just give me the license, right? 10 minutes later, you know when they wait anything more than 2 minutes, you're getting a ticket. So he comes back and he goes, yeah, you still have a suspended license, but I ain't gonna give you the suspended license ticket. I'm gonna give you a reckless driving or something like that ticket, right? Because if I would have got the suspended license ticket, my license would have got revoked, right? So I'm like, all right, whatever, bro. But I think the way that he explained it, he didn't give me the suspended license ticket. But as I'm reading it, I see the suspended license. So I'm like, all right, bro. So I'm about to lose my license, right? As he pulls off, I go, I should just go home. I already got a ticket. Just go home, right? No, I didn't go home. I still said she's throwing this, so I'm gonna catch it. Oh, yo, bro, I'm just disgusted, right? I go all the way there, right? She come in the V, right? Long story short, we did what we had to do, and I promise y'all, it was no longer than 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, no joke, 3 minutes. Yo, bro, I just love Jesus Christ because, like, in the moment, we're just so ready, like, give me. And then after it's all done, it's like everything that you wanted to do so bad is done. It's like, I just did all that for this, like, this? Like, I literally just got a ticket, 2 tickets. Potentially losing my license. Losing gas, because I didn't even have a job. So I'm wasting gas for 3 minutes of pleasure. 35-minute drive there and back. So like a 60-minute drive. So I'm going back home and I'm like, you know, Jesus, like, you won. I'm sorry. And that wasn't the last time I did the dues. That was just one of the times that I woke up and I was like, I need to stop running. I need to stop begging for something that I don't need and then running away from Jesus Christ. Because every single time I do it, I fall on my face and I run straight back to Jesus Christ. So, what are you switching for inheritance? Is it lust? Is it something you idolize? Is it money you idolize? What is it that you are switching for the inheritance? Because this son, he wanted the money to run. I wanted the cheeks and ran. What are you switching for inheritance? You understand what I'm saying? Because if I didn't go, I would have still had gas. I would have never got 2 more tickets. And I would have never wasted my time with another soul connected to my soul. Do you understand? So stop begging for stuff that you know that God does not want you to indulge in and then running from God and then running back to him. You can save the whole 9 yards by just not doing it. By just, all right, bro, I know I'm not supposed to be doing this. I'm sorry. So yeah, that's, yo, there's so many times that I fell on my face. I have like a plethora of these that I can't wait to say, but that's just one of many. Oh my gosh, I really can't believe, yo, bro, I just wish that y'all was there. Like, I know the angel that walks behind me was just like, yo, this guy's weirdo. Like, I got the ticket, I'm in the car, like, I'm only 15 minutes away from my crib. I literally could have turned around and been like, all right, bro, I made it. But I drove the extra 25, 30 minutes and, oh my gosh. So, yeah, stop running. Stop asking for stuff that you know you're not supposed to be indulged in. God bless and go in peace, cuties.